Most welcome to Humans TV Africa. You are watching us live wherever you are. This is Humans TV Africa. And in the studio with me is my brother, comrade Dennis Bongole, and me, your host, author, lawyer, human rights defender, and of course, your host, Kato Mukasa. Kato Mukasa is a Ugandan lawyer and a writer, currently based here in the UK. And you are welcome to a brand new series of episodes. I've taken about 1 year and 3 months of Humans TV Africa, and finally I'm back. Now, I'm back with a bang, and we shall be having a marathon of several series on different activities, on different issues and themes all over the globe. But first, we are going to be handling Uganda, which is my motherland. Today is first episode, call it a series, call it a part of Stolen Legitimacy, a book I wrote about Uganda. I began writing this book in 2020. 2021, I was done with writing, and 2022, it was launched right in Uganda. The book is called Stolen Legitimacy, How Museveni's Uganda Transited from a Banana Republic to a Failed State. This is the book I'm going to be talking about. Meanwhile, I'm going to be showing you how Uganda lost it, how Uganda looks today in terms of governance, politics, and the challenges that are true. All of them captured in this book. But this time around, I'm going to be bringing you real events in time, videos, people speaking about issues in Uganda, interviews. Everything will be packed in this series we have named Stolen Legitimacy. You can always order these books on Amazon, on Gumroad, and on Books Bay. We shall be having a marathon of very, very catchy series, episodes, parts about Uganda, our motherland. In the studio, as I said, it's Dennis Bongole who is doing the production, and I'm Kato Mukasa, your host. We shall be having a video first of Stolen Legitimacy. Have a look, take a listen, and learn a few things about Uganda. You are most welcome.
In 1986, Yoweri Museveni marched into Kampala, promising a new dawn after years of chaos. He spoke of democracy, ending corruption, and building a Uganda for all. At first, hope filled the air. People loved him. He was the darling of the majority. But as years turned into decades, the promises faded, corruption grew deeper, dissent was crushed, and opposition voices silenced.
They say I'm a dictator, but I don't know how I dictate. I must be one of the best dictators in the world. The nightclub, people are going, the discos, the other church in Yanakasiri doesn't allow me to sleep. This is how Uganda is, total freedom.
Elections became rituals with predictable outcomes, as we have known that every election, Museveni is going to win, of course, after stating the outcome.
I was supported by Naro and Lakori. Here, we have over 100,000.
Museveni changed the constitution to stay in power, removing term and age limits. What began as liberation turned into domination. Uganda's youth now know no other leader apart from dictator Museveni. The dream became a throne, and the throne became a prison. Many now ask, how long is too long? Museveni came as a savior, but remains as a ruler who refuses to leave.
I am Yoweri Museveni, son of Kaguta, General of the National Resistance Army. I don't need any polishing.
Museveni today is that old gentleman that has overstayed his welcome. This is Kato Mukasa. Join me in the next few minutes as we talk about Uganda as a failed state and the stolen legacy that Museveni took away from the youthful leaders that Uganda deserves.
I love the song in the background about Uganda. Now, we shall be talking about Uganda and more Uganda and more Uganda in this series we have named Stolen Legitimacy, are being named after the book I authored in 2022. Stolen Legitimacy, how Museveni's Uganda transited from Banana Republic to a failed state. We shall be asking ourselves, what is a Banana Republic? And then, what is a failed state? Now, we shall be looking at the indicators of what makes a country a failed state and how it is justifiable to say that Museveni's Uganda is a failed state. Remember, as I've seen in that video, this gentleman came in power in 1986. Today, he claims to be 80. And very soon I'll be making a show on Museveni's lies. One of them includes his age. He says about 80 years. Then he tells you that in 1962, he was part of the Democratic Party. Now, if it is over 60 years from 1962, how can someone be part of a party, making decisions, wanting to change government, yet he claims to be 80 years today? Those are some of the lies I'm going to be unpacking, unveiling about the personality of Museveni and about the character of Museveni. We shall be looking at the photos that I've prepared for you, some of the critics talking about Museveni, and in the next series, we shall be showing you, piece by piece, unpacking, unveiling the Uganda that you don't know. Justifying the title of this book, Stolen Legitimacy. Why is it that we say Museveni failed us? Why do we say it is a failed state? Why do we say it is stolen legitimacy? How do you legitimize a stolen victory? Who is supposed to be the one leading in Uganda, but who is ruling in Uganda? How has Museveni's Uganda become a family rule? Not leadership, but a rule. Because there is a difference between a leader and a ruler. Museveni is not a leader at all. Museveni is a ruler. Preparing his son, when you look at the cover of that book, as my brother is going to be showing you later, you're going to see that that book has two faces. It has the son and it has the father. Now, the father has ruled us for almost 4 decades. For 39 years, Museveni has ruled my country. Remember, he has ruled us, not led us. Museveni has not led me. Museveni has ruled me for 39 damn years. Sadly, Museveni is preparing his son, the person you see on the cover of my book, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Museveni is preparing his drunken son to take over leadership of a country he has mismanaged for the last 39 years. Now, I'm going to be showing you in this series, one series after another, one episode after another, exposing to you the Uganda that you don't know, the Uganda hidden in the nice shows, in the nice dances you see, in the laughter you see, in the smiles you see, lies the Uganda that is dying. Lies the Uganda where over 70% of graduates cannot find jobs. I repeat it, over 70% of graduates in Uganda cannot find jobs. What is happening in Uganda today? These graduates are going to Saudi Arabia, are going to Middle East to become cleaners, with their master's degree, with their degrees in economics, in environment, in social work, in political administration. I mean, in all these kind of fancy courses. Our sisters, our brothers are going to Dubai, are going to Kuwait, are going to Iraq, are going to Yemen, are going to all these countries full of turmoil to look for jobs. Despite having all these qualifications, the question is why has this government failed us for the last 39 years? Why is this government not creating jobs for its own people? I will show you one of these series how our daughters, our sisters end up being trafficked into these countries, how they end up being victims of organ trafficking, how many of them have died without trace because they are helpless. I will show you how Ugandans end up as maids, as cleaners in the Middle East because home has become unbearable. I will show you how investments have been stifled in Uganda, how foreign companies have taken over our country, have dominated all the sectors, and suddenly they are repatriating profits. Whatever they get out of Uganda, they take it back to Europe, they take it back to their countries get developed, and Uganda remains stagnant. I will show you why Museveni's economics doesn't work at all. Now, in the next episode, I'll be showing you why we call it a failed state, why it's no longer desirable to be a country that one can be proud of, and why we need to change the regime that has been part of the mismanagement for the last 39 years. Remember, Museveni is seeking another term, the 7th term. He wants to make over 40 years in power in a country that is highly corrupt. I'll be showing you figures how much money Ugandan taxpayers lose in corruption each year. Over 10 billion. Over 10 billion US dollars lost in corruption. And I'll be showing you names and faces attached with numbers of monies stolen from public coffers. I'll be exposing all this that about Uganda that you don't know. So that when you see people in Uganda dancing and smiling, you know what's behind the faces. It's misery, it's frustration, it's gambling, it's an economy that is failing everyone. I'm going to invite our producer to show us a few of the images we have prepared for today's show, and then we shall be able to transit to the next episode. Take a look, take a listen. Uganda, a failed state. That is Museveni when he was giving his first speech, having been brought himself to power through a guerrilla war, and that was his family. Very miserable, very, very humble people. Those are the soldiers. Some of them include Colonel Besigye, Kiza Besigye, right in that photo. That is Museveni, his son Muhoozi, and his wife, Yoweri Museveni. Now, that is Muhoozi today, the son being groomed to become the next president of Uganda. That's the family of Museveni, the immediate family of Museveni. That has ruled Uganda. You can see Museveni in cars, bulletproof cars. He walks, he moves like a pope. He fears his own people. I'll be showing you also how the military has been so brutal to the press that the press, the newsmen, the newswomen are muzzled. I'll be showing you the correlation between Museveni of 1986 and Museveni of today. I'll also be showing you what critics have written about Uganda. I'll also be showing you how Museveni has consistently praised corruption, saying they rather have corrupt Ugandans that are investing in Uganda than Ugandans investing abroad. He is saying corruption is good as long as we invest in Uganda. And I'll be showing you how much has been stolen from our coffers from since 1986 up to today, how much Uganda has lost into corruption and why we have so bad infrastructure, why our schools are failing, why our hospitals are sick. I'll be showing you all these details about the Uganda that you don't know. Join us always in this program. So, LEGITIMACY, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to also buy these books, including our new book, The Man in the Middle. The Man in the Middle is that book we have seen on the screen right there, talking about Africa in general. Remember, simply go to Amazon, put in my name, Kato Mukasa, and put in a book you want. The Man in the Middle, right there, a book that is now very popular. People are buying it. It's about Africa in general. And I tackle each issue and I highlight countries and issues that we must fix as people who desire to put Africa in the best position. Also, if you want to get my copy of this book, Stone Legitimacy, I have copies with me in the UK. There are so many copies in Uganda. You simply say, and we'll have your copy delivered in bookshops, wherever you are. These copies of Stone Legitimacy are right there, wherever you are in Uganda. But also, you can order your copies on Amazon, on Gumroad, and on Booksbuy. Please, this is just the introduction of the Uganda we shall be introducing to you. The Uganda you don't know. And why some of us have said enough is enough, we won't keep quiet. We are accountable to our people. We are accountable to the government that, of course, is made of people that paid our school fees. When I went to Makerere University to study economics, I was on a government scholarship. It means people of Uganda paid my fees. By doing this show, I'm paying back the people of Uganda. Join us in the next show. See you in the next show very soon, shortly. Thank you so much, Dennis. See you.